Got some breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Coach Colin here, Sold Not For Sale podcast. Let's get into it. Apparently, Joe Rogan is going to interview Donald Trump before the elections, right? So when I see this from someone named I Meme, Therefore I Am, and they have that profile picture, I'm like, come on. And then all of a sudden, someone more reputable, if you don't know about George, if you're on X, he's a great follow. And I'm like, George posted this. Okay. Breaking. Elon Musk says Trump and Joe Rogan will sit down before November 5th. Then all of a sudden I see it on Leading Report and I'm like, okay, what the F is going on here? Then I see it from Charlie Kirk himself. And I go, hold on a second. Charlie Kirk is not one of these. He's not one of these guys who's just posting all willy-nilly. He's not posting everything he just thinks off the top of his head. He's not a conspiracy guy. So I had to dig a little deeper. And apparently it all originates from this article from Zero Hedge. Let me make this a little smaller so you guys can see. This article from Zero Hedge. Okay, somebody named Tyler Durden. Obviously, we know that's not his real name. Because that's a Fight Club guy. Now, Joe Rogan has 25 days to interview Donald Trump. And in this article, he goes through everything. He's someone who's like me. He was inspired by Joe Rogan. He now has his own podcast. And he's just talking about how he feels about the whole situation and why it will benefit not just me and you and some people who really like to listen to cool Joe Rogan episodes, but all of America, because what's at stake right now is pretty serious. And I just want to read what he said at the end here. He said, I don't want to pretend to understand what the problem is with Rogan, that Joe Rogan has with Trump. But all I know is that it's not bigger than the potential consequences of this election. 100% agree. After listening to Joe Rogan's podcast, nearly 2,000 episodes, I'm confident in my assessment that he's a person of integrity and a man of character. Now, I know some won't agree with that because they think he's CIA, but I tend to agree with that as well after watching so many episodes, all of them twice. The truth is, whether he likes it or not, putting his personal problems aside and sitting down with Trump on the largest platform in the world can make an impact for the next month or so. After November elections, especially if Trump loses, there will be no point, and it'll be impossible to listen to Joe Rogan crow about the lunatics on the left any further, knowing that he didn't talk to Trump when he had the chance. That is very, very true. Now, this person made this post, and then someone reposted it, of course. And then all of a sudden, Elon Musk said, it will happen. And everybody was like, what? Hold on. Like I said, you hear this from a bunch of different sources. It's one thing. You hear it from Elon Musk, someone who knows Joe, someone who we know has pull with Joe Rogan. I mean, Joe Rogan was not about Tesla at all. And then all of a sudden he meets Elon Musk and he gets a Tesla sent to him. And all of a sudden he can't stop raving about it. He listens to what Elon Musk has to say. He understands that this man is very, very intelligent. And he's probably had his interest very much piqued ever since Elon went what Elon calls dark MAGA and has been supporting Trump and is going to work on the Trump administration. God willing, Trump wins the election. So Elon Musk says that it will happen, right? A bunch of people chime in about it. It's inevitable. You know, even Charlie Kirk, hopefully sooner than later, early voting is already begun. This is very interesting that even Charlie Kirk understands the weight of Trump and Rogan sitting down together. I'm going to play this clip really quick, just of Patrick Bet-David and Trump. If you've seen it before, because you're an avid watcher, I apologize, but I just want to play this just to make a point.
So when you're having Trump on?
I don't know.
Okay. The look,
I don't know. Maybe.
Looks like you got something.
Maybe.
Okay, good. That's good. I think that's...
Look, at a certain point in time, it's just like, it would be interesting to hear his perspective on a lot of things. I would like to know, what is it like when you actually get into office? I would like to know things like, what is it like versus perception?
Yeah.
What is it actually like when you get in that building? Like, what are you greeted with? When do you know that people are with you? When do you know that the intelligence agency is lying to you? Like, when you decided to fire Comey, what was the thought? How much did you know? Like, what's the machine like? What is the deep state really like? Really like? Because we have all these, smoky room perceptions, like from the Bill Hicks joke, where they show you the Kennedy assassination from an angle you've never seen before. You know, what is the machine that runs this country? Because it's very clear that it's not as simple as elected representatives that are doing the will of the people. It's not.
Now, the fact that he has this curiosity, the fact that he told Patrick Bet David that I don't know, and he seemed kind of coy about it. And in this clip, if it was to go on further, Patrick Bet David makes an argument to, at this time, Biden was in the race. He was telling Joe that if he doesn't interview Trump, he's indirectly helping Joe Biden. And Joe was like, oh, really? Oh, no. And Joe understands that. He understands the weight of everything. There's a reason he had Bernie Sanders on when he was a Bernie supporter. There's a reason why he had Andrew Yang on. There's a reason why he had RFK Jr. on. These were people who were in the political sphere that he wanted to help. And he understood that his platform helps people. That's why he has comedians you've never heard of on this platform, because he understands that when he has someone on the show, it helps them tremendously. So he understands this with Trump 100%. The question is he going to do it? Now, here's my argument. You might think Elon Musk saying it will happen is nothing. That means absolutely nothing. Here's my thing that you don't know about Hollywood. Maybe you're not cluing in to how Hollywood works. People don't make, and Elon is, listen, Hollywood, independent media, it's grown quite a bit. Elon is Hollywood. They don't just make announcements for no reason. They don't just say something will happen just because. If Elon's saying it will happen, it's because it's been spoken about already. See, that was one of the things I think Elon was able to help with. Elon Musk hasn't been able to have Trump on his Spaces and do a massive interview there. He's been able to bring his, how many subscribers does Elon have? His 201 million followers on X. He's been able to funnel those people towards Trump. He's been able to get Trump on X, actually posting on X once again. He's been able to do a lot for Trump. So why wouldn't he be able to actually have a conversation directly with Joe Rogan, not with Joe Rogan's people, and say, listen, there's a lot at stake right now. Elon Musk has made it very clear that he feels like there's a lot at stake right now. And I think a lot of us could agree. I mean, in the Tucker Carlson, Elon Musk interview, he made that very clear, that he thinks there's a tremendous amount at stake. So wouldn't he think there's enough at stake to message his friend Joe Rogan, to call him, to take a helicopter right to his backyard, hop out and say, hey, listen, why haven't you interviewed Trump? I think so. Here, I'll play a little bit of what Elon thinks is at stake when it comes to Donald Trump and Kamala.
My view is that if Trump doesn't win this election, it's the last election we're going to have. The Democrats, the Dem machine, has been importing so many people, bringing in so many illegals, flying in with this like CBP border app thing that nobody even knew about, like secret program. That's illegal, basically. It's illegal, but there's no action by the DOJ to actually to stop it from happening. They're transporting large numbers of illegals to swing states. If you look at the numbers, these are the numbers from the government website. So like from the Democrat-administered government websites. Like, where do you get this data? From the government website that is run by Democrats. And there are triple-digit increases in illegals to all the swing states. And in some cases, it's like 700% over the last 3 years. Now, these swing state margins are, sometimes 10, 20,000 votes. So what happens if you put, hundreds of thousands of people into each swing state? And when somebody is granted asylum, they are fast-tracked. can get a green card, and then 5 years after the green card, they can get citizenship and they can fully legally vote. And when they do so, they vote overwhelmingly Democrat. And sometimes I get this rebuttal of like, well, a lot of them, their social values don't align with sort of the far left sort of woke ideology.
Yeah.
I said that's true, but that's not their top priority. Their top priority is getting their friends and family also to the United States. And the Dems also issue all these programs, these sort of handouts, essentially, that make them beholden to the Democratic Party. So they vote Dem. That's what happens. So my prediction is if there's another 4 years of a Dem administration, they will legalize so many illegals that are there that the next election, there won't be any swing states. And we'll be a single party country, just like California is a single party state. It's a supermajority Dem state in California.
Because of immigration.
Yes. California was fairly reliably Republican.
Bill Clinton lost California in '92 and won West Virginia.
Yes. So there was a 1986 amnesty.
Yes.
Thereafter, California trended very strongly Dem, and is at this point, I think, 65-70% Dem, something like that. It's supermajority Dem. The California legislature
Yes.
is more than 2/3 Democrat.
Has it improved the state?
No, it's not. And California just passed, which is shocking. It's hard to believe this is even real, but California just passed a law making it illegal to require voter ID in any election at all in California.
And that's a real thing. You got to realize Elon Musk was in California. He left. He went to Texas. He's lost his son. His son is now named Vivian. I believe his name was Xavier at one point. Now his son, her name is Vivian. And he has vowed to take on the woke mind virus. The left goes hand in hand with this woke mind virus. So would Elon Musk think, you know what? I'm going to pressure my friend. I'm a billionaire. I'm the richest person in the world. I'm taking all this heat. I'm willing to have a rough conversation with my friend and try and get him to interview Trump. I don't know. I think if Elon Musk is saying it will happen, I'm leaning towards him being right. But here's the thing, though. This person right here, that's me. I don't know if you know that. That's me. And this guy right here in my comment section. Who's this? Frank Black 1014. He says that this interview is going to happen in the next 2 weeks. So Frank has until what? The 24th? 24th? Yeah. All right, Frank. Listen, Frank. If you guys know Frank, if you're watching, hey man, if you're right, I'm going to send you a bunch of merch. I made it the pinned comment for a reason. I'm going to send you a bunch of stuff. I mean, everything that's in my merch store, everything, hand to God, 100%. Anyway, very interesting stuff, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if this is going to happen, but I have a good feeling that people, and I was saying before, Elon's in Hollywood. People in Hollywood don't just make announcements. They do rollouts. If you don't know what a rollout is, it's a prepared announcement. They make it seem like it's organic. They make it seem like it's really organic. Joe Rogan goes, I don't know. And then months later, Elon Musk says it will happen. And it's this whole buildup. You notice there's been this whole buildup towards Joe Rogan interviewing Trump, but there's been no real us seeing anything of the sort happening at all. Even Trump himself is like, no one's asking. They're not asking me. I'm not asking them. And you're like, okay. So it's never going to happen. Then all of a sudden, Elon Musk says it's going to happen. Elon Musk definitely has the ear of Trump. Trump respects Elon Musk so much that if he gets in office, he's going to let him decide what stays and what goes in the government, which is crazy. And he has the ear of Joe Rogan, someone who respects him tremendously. I think we're going to see this happen. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Other than that, I'm out.